Hi, everybody. This week's been kicking my ass. Honestly, the last month's been kicking my ass. And if you guys watched my Quantum Leap episode, I'm sort of like, oh, should I do this to myself? Because I was trying to sort of create a situation where I was working with quantum codes and, trying to create a new timeline. And that was super, super fun. But you don't realize how much just like rapid change and just like crazy shit will happen when you do that. So it's been an interesting week. I'll tell you guys more about it in my Quantum Leap episode 2. But everybody who came here for the May reading, I don't want to bore you with the details if you don't care. So let's get into May reading. If you're new here, hi, I'm Madison. I am a medium, I'm a Reiki master. I work with the Akashic Records. I do readings. And I also teach people how to tap into their spiritual gifts and their own abundance. I do a lot of work with people who are in the process of going through a spiritual awakening. And I will either do readings to tap into why they have the gifts and what they're supposed to do with them, or whatever else they need guidance on. So today we're doing a balance spread, and a balance spread is where you put 3 cards on one side. The 3 cards on your left are gonna emphasize 3 areas where you've been putting too much time or energy. Then you're gonna put 1 card in the middle. Then you're going to do 3 cards on the right. The 3 cards on the right are going to represent where you could better spend your time and energy. And then the card in the middle is going to teach you how to bridge the gap between where you're putting too much energy and where you need to shift your energy to. So you guys can save this video also for any time if you want to learn how to do this spread on yourself. This is called the balance spread, and this is one of the first spreads I ever learned how to use, and I still use it regularly to this day. Okay, so first card coming through on the side of where we've been putting too much time and energy is spirals of manifestation. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing your guides. Okay, I'm very much, kind of intuitively getting that here there is you have a lot of ideas, but you haven't acted on them. And this is for me too, because I'm also in that same boat where there's a lot of ideas where you may need to do something that's not super fun for you, maybe something administrative, in order to launch or capitalize on those ideas fully. And you instead are caught in these spirals of manifestation because maybe planning is more fun than executing, right? So stop spending time in the planning and start executing. Next one, seeing the true you. This very much is representing a time where you're very much hermit mode. You are trying to understand yourself. Maybe you're deep into human design or numerology or Akashic Records. And that's beautiful, but now it's time to come out of hermit mode because you've discovered enough for the next step of the journey. The next thing is inner trust. You have been spending way too much time doubting your spiritual downloads, the synchronicities. You've been spending a lot of time thinking, could this be real? Am I crazy? Are other people having this experience? And I also think that there's a lot of maybe being afraid to go all in on yourself. And these are all areas where we've been spending too much time and energy, myself included. So let's hop over to where we should be spending our time and energy, and then we'll see how to bridge the gap. Okay, first one, diving for light. So first of all, I think this card is so beautiful, but this is really an emphasis on having a spiritually well-rounded life, right? Because so often we have things that we are going through or dealing with that dim our light, and we really need to be able to continue to show up as that version of us that is messy and authentic and working through things, but ultimately still being able to hold that high frequency for others. And this is something that I'm definitely going through right now, is definitely trying to focus more on bringing the light in kind of like through my crown chakra every day, and really connecting with the earth as well, and kind of using that as a way to ground into the light every day before I even get out of bed in the morning. So definitely less in the head, more in the specifically what was coming through here is like spiritual community. If you have spiritual community and like you haven't gone to that group or that thing, do it. This month, commit. It's May. You got this. So next one, what you want wants you. So over here we had spirals of manifestation where we're stuck in the doing, creating, planning. And over here is like what you want wants you, just do it. Like literally just do the thing because it actually wants you and that's why you're being called to do it. So spending time in the light and in spiritual community and taking freaking action. Heaven sent. Big message that's coming here now is that you have a lot of angels around you, and I learned a practice a while ago called hire an angel, where I would maybe know the angels or the spirit guides that are around me, and even if you don't, that's totally fine. And what I would do is, if I didn't know who my spirit guides were around me, I would just say, hey spirit guides, I have this big problem with XYZ, and right now I'm in the middle and I don't feel like I have any control. Can you please give me favor in this situation? Can you please expedite the situation? And can you please give me peace in the process? So every little thing that is taking up space in your mind, give that thing to a specific angel or goddess or ascended master or past loved one. And I would recommend doing this process through visualization. I love actually picturing myself boxing up that problem or challenge and giving it to my spirit guides. And this allows you to free up all of the, too much in your mind and not enough action. So I definitely think that relying on the guides is going to be important. And I think that you're somebody who normally wouldn't. Like, normally you would be like, I don't want to bother them. I only bother them with big stuff. Like, they're around because they want to help you. So maybe write down 3 things that you want to give to your guides. And then what I would do is I would call in your guides. I would read the thing and then I would burn each one of the 3 things to represent me letting go of that worry and giving it, to the universe. I love this. The card that bridges the gap is inspiration. So a couple days ago, I was watching this video that really inspired me that said the biggest thing that separates mediocre business owners or mediocre people just kind of in success versus people that are incredibly successful in business or otherwise is how quickly they can go from idea to it being real in the physical, right? Because there's so many people that are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. But how quickly you can go from, yes, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna trust my intuition, I know it's what I'm supposed to do, to here's the thing that I was going to create. The people that can bridge that gap the quickest are the people that are going to have the most success. And that's what's coming through here is like, you have inspiration, you just have to act on it. And the big message coming through is right now you're not supposed to be doing things that you don't want to do, that feel mundane, that feel boring. You're supposed to do the things that light you up in this season because that's what's going to propel you forward. And I think there's very much something creative that you've been putting off doing that's going to propel you forward, that you almost feel like it's not work, and so you're putting it off, right? But the creation and the inspiration is very much a part of the process and is very much work, just in the same way everything else is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If this resonates with you, you can absolutely book a one-on-one reading with me, either through tarot or through the Akashic Records, which is where your soul's library is. And I also do soul purpose readings in the Akashic Records as well. If you want to try my mystery school, I do have a week free trial going on right now, and there are lots of cool activations over there. This week I'm actually doing a video in the mystery school talking about Telos, which is a underground city below Mount Shasta, where a lot of Lemurian people fled after the Atlantis and Lemuria War. And so there's a lot of people that believe that Telos is a city of light under Mount Shasta, that is a 5th dimensional city that is ran by Lemurians. So that is what we're diving into on this week's Mystery School episode. So if you want to hear more, hop over to the Mystery School, try a week for free, and I will see you guys on Thursday for the next episode.